This week in Jamaica Now, 18-month-old girl abducted by gunmen in Montego Bay now in state custody. Cop succumbs to injuries after being struck from his bike near the JDF headquarters. COVID-19 vaccines coming. The health minister says 16% of the population is to be vaccinated next year. And he's raising alarm about the COVID surge in Westmoreland.
We're seeing an increase in cases, an increase in hospitalization, and unfortunately an increase in deaths.
Then,
shut your mouth with your little bit of money.
Parties galore, 300 of them a week despite the COVID restrictions. What now? The latest in the opposition Senate controversy. How importers are labeling chicken leg quarters as chicken back to avoid paying duties. And JPS records $26 billion in electricity theft for 2019. I'm Damian Mitchell, and this is Jamaica Now. St. James police detectives have launched a major probe into the abduction of an 18-month-old girl by gunmen. The police say the little girl, Akeelia Patton, was dropped off at a medical institution in St. James around 10 o'clock on Thursday morning. She was then placed in the custody of the police and the Child Protection and Family Services Agency. Akeelia, otherwise called Paris, was snatched from her mother by two armed men on Humber Avenue in Montego Bay, St. James on Monday. The men were traveling in a black 2010 Toyota Voxy. A female motorist is facing the prospect of criminal charges in connection with the death of a police constable in a traffic crash. 24-year-old Constable Fabian Morrison was hit from his motorcycle in the vicinity of Arnold and Camp Roads. The police say the female motorist turned suddenly into the path of the service motorcycle, resulting in the collision. Constable Morrison was flung from the motorcycle and received multiple injuries. A team from the JDF paramedics assisted him to the Kingston Public Hospital, where he died while being treated. And there was unending grief on Wednesday for the family and friends of 25-year-old Carrie Collins, the Kingston woman who was injured in a kitchen blast at her Palm Grove apartment 2 Fridays ago. Collins succumbed at the Kingston Public Hospital to third-degree burns on the same day she was scheduled to be airlifted to the United States for treatment. Her bereaved relatives say her death highlights the need for a burn unit at the Kingston Public Hospital, where she had been admitted.
I ball out for the Prime Minister to come to me cry. Me ball out for the two sides. Nobody come to me cry. Minister of Health, me cry out to them and they don't come to me cry. Nobody care about me because them big and rich.
The health system of idiot out here. No health care out of Jamaica for people. Poor people that even X-ray can't get. And them have official and neck and tie and a fly out. Go England or Europe. Go get free of health care and people that suffer.
Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says by the end of 2021, 16% of the Jamaican population is projected to be vaccinated against COVID-19. Speaking in Parliament on Tuesday, Tufton said of the 16%, 1% would receive the vaccine by April 2021, another 3% by mid-2021, and the remaining by the end of the year. And Dr. Tufton has warned that the government could impose tighter restrictions on movement in Westmoreland as COVID cases there continue to surge.
This increase is being triggered by careless behavior and lack of adherence to infection prevention and control measures. I'm calling it as I see it and based on intelligence on the ground. Most of the infections are driven by illegal parties hosted at bars and corner shops, 9 nights and wakes, and the infamous bike parties that move from community to community.
In the past month, COVID cases in Westmoreland have increased from 245 to 460, with over 100 in the past 2 weeks. Overall, there have been 22 deaths, with 12 in the past 2 weeks. Meanwhile, local government minister Desmond McKenzie has revealed that more than 300 illegal entertainment events are being held a week.
Shut your mouth here. With your little money, with your little bit of money. That is the name of the event set for Club Utopia in Bull Bay, St. Andrew, tomorrow. They are claiming on this flyer, Madam Speaker, and I'm telling you, this is a serious matter. On this flyer, the promoters have printed that this event is fully endorsed by the KAU. SAC.
Mr. McKenzie says the authorities would be clamping down on party organizers. At the same time, he says there has been a worrying decline in the level of compliance with COVID protocols, especially in bars. The Integrity Commission has recommended that the Agriculture Ministry immediately stop issuing permits to import chicken back and neck under the current arrangements. In a damning report, the Commission said there was duty evasion and glaring lack of transparency in the issuance of permits. According to the Commission, importers are labeling leg quarters as chicken back and neck to evade the required duties at the ports. Chicken back and neck attract no duties. However, other parts attract combined duties amounting to 240% of the value of the shipment. The way is now clear for Peter Bunting to be appointed the 8th opposition senator. After a 7-day delay, businessman Norman Horn has advised the Governor General that he will not be taking up the appointment. It concludes an embarrassing saga for the People's National Party. In October, Horn had said he would advise the Governor General that he would not be taking up the appointment as he would allow the new opposition leader to select his preferred candidate. However, Horn did not do as promised. In a statement on Friday, Horn said this was remiss of him. He also conceded that he had started the process to renounce his U.S. citizenship so that he could sit in the Senate. But Mr. Horn says he will no longer be giving up his U.S. nationality. The Jamaica Public Service Company, the JPS, has revealed that electricity theft for 2019 was billed at $178 million US. That's 26 billion Jamaican dollars at today's rate. The community of Riverton City in St. Andrew Western is among those on the radar, with 90% of households using stolen power. According to the JPS, Riverton alone draws about $2.2 million US in stolen electricity. The JPS has blamed electricity thieves for outages in the community, with only 160 legal customers among the more than 1,000 households. The company has also noted with alarm that the consumption pattern of light thieves is at excessive levels, over 600 kilowatt hours a day. That's more than 100 times the average paying customer. And that's it for this edition of Jamaica Now, your weekly review of the big news stories. Send us your comments at onlinefeedback@gleanerjm.com. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Jamaica Gleaner and on Facebook at Gleaner Jamaica. Like this video on our YouTube page, turn on your notifications and subscribe today. I'm Damian Mitchell, and before we go, homeless for the Christmas, how some people are coping in Kingston.
Been out here no more than 10 years, in a sweet life. Things go sour, your life, take a downturn, then an upturn, and so, things go sour. Like job employment and them things there.
I'm very homeless right now because I've been sleeping on the street. Like I'm a madman, I'm in a madman. Because right now I'm living in a family place. And them trick me and tell me to take care of them place and clean up them place, and all of a sudden. And I say I disrespect them, I go on with nothing, I don't know if I just evil or the Corolla or the 2020 or what about it. Yeah. They're gonna shoot me out. Alright, I should never know, virgin. Me, I think I wake up, I'm up on the street, I sleep rough and some night cold and aches and pain and sitting and my mind I go evil,